Morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm just having a look at this SPRC right now. It's breaking out right now as we speak, actually. This looks good. There it goes. So there's the breakout as expected on this one. So I posted it like this. This was a falling wedge. The reason why I removed it was just because it was holding the support level here. So I can just post it like this. So there's the breakout on this one, which is nice to see. SPRC. I'll have a look at the charts now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'm watching this. I think you guys should all just keep Femi on watch as well, just because it's been running all week. So in my opinion, just keep an eye on it for sure. Can you guys hear me all right or not? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. AVTX. Let me have a look. AVTX, this one here, I got the downtrend. So look, falling wedge. For me, I mean, this is the ideal entry here if it breaks above this level. Okay, cool. Perfect. So here, guys, so AVTX falling wedge, you expect to break out. So I tried to break out here yesterday, it didn't. Well, pre-market, and then obviously for me the ideal entry one is 0.15 because that's a big psychological level. But other than that, if you want a riskier entry, just the break of today's high, which is 0.135. Oh, ICU, did it break it? Did it break it? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice job on ICU. Whoever grabbed that. I know some people in the Discord are in that trade. So guys, I'm going to mention it probably a couple times. I'm opened up the live, the free trial to the Discord, okay? A lot of you guys are asking, do you get charged? You do not get charged, guys. It's $60 if you don't cancel after the 3 days. It's a 3-day free trial. So if you sign up today, you'll only get charged after the 3rd day. The reason is because it's a free trial. So you get 3 days. If you don't cancel before, you get charged. That's it. So take advantage of it. We don't do this very often. You guys ask for it a lot. Okay, so we have got a lot of people in here. I did have 15 spots, but a lot of people didn't get them. So I've just kind of opened it up to just till pre-market. So there's going to be a lot of new people in the Discord. So I recommend taking advantage of it. The difference between my Twitter and the Discord is simply just giving alerts with my entry, stop loss. We give live seminars, live trading, all of that. Live trading is Wednesday to Thursday, and we give entries, targets, everything. So the posts that I put on Twitter are just charts that I like, but if you want entries, stop loss, alerts and that, and learn how I trade, or myself and Hassie, then I recommend joining it. It's free to join. You can cancel whenever, before 3 days. ICU, let's see, AVTX. Yeah, I don't really know too much about these penny stocks, to be honest with you. So I don't trade these stocks. I personally don't look into stocks for long term. If it's a runner, I add it to my watch list and I trade it for the day. I trade on technicals. I don't trade on anything else on news or anything, because news, in my opinion, what I used to trade back in the day, good news is bad news and bad news is good news. The stock just does whatever it wants, to be honest, from my experience. So that's why I kind of just leave it. But at the moment, the best thing to do is just look at the runners and then just focus on those setups from there. SPRC, there it goes. Damn. What a move on this one. This is insane. Look at that. So you can see what happened. I actually drew this here. It held this 470 level. Literally touched it perfectly. Broke that trend line, falling wedge. This is an A+ setup here. So this was insane. Wow. Let me just get this on turn. You guys can post some tickers and I'll get some charts up for you guys. Oh, I thought thought their deadline was 20th. Yeah, guys, I'm not too sure about the AVTX thing. MKUL. Oh, I was up 66. So this one here, look. So let's just look at from the larger time frame what's happening. So we can clearly see, since it is a penny stock, you expect this thing to be very bearish, right? Here you can see it's clearly in a downtrend, right? Finally, it looks like it's trying to break this downtrend. So now we go to a smaller time frame. Today it is up 63%. What are we looking for? You can clearly see that's an uptrend. That's checkpoint number 1. Checkpoint number 2 is that you needed to break the high of day. So that is what you want on this level here. So your key support level would simply just be this level here, because it's pulled back here once, twice. So 0.157. Have as your support level, right? And then you can have this as your area of resistance right here. I would have 0.25 actually as your area of resistance, so around here. So this is how I would chart this MKUL. You want it to do this. You want it to break above this, retest and push up. Hopefully break that, retest and push up on this one right now. SPRC, yeah, SPRC is insane. Look at it go. So this should be on everyone's watch list for those who do trade small caps, because this is clearly running. It ran for only 5% yesterday. Looking on a larger time frame, right? Now where do we expect it to go? We can just simply mark the high of today, which is 760, I think. Yeah, 758, 760. So we can mark that level here. We can now put the previous high as a new support level. I would actually just move it to this so we can see resistance, and then it has room to this level here, $8, and then it has room to 951, and then you have room all the way. I mean, you have a lot of room on this place. So these are the short-term levels that you should be focused on right now. So yeah, if you are in it, take some profits if you are in it. This one is still bullish, right? Although it is still coming down, pretty strong downtrend right now, it is still in this falling wedge, so we do expect it to break above, retest, and push to the upside on this. It did obviously need a pullback after this huge run up, right? If we're looking on here, we can see the percentage change on this, which is from here to here, right? So that's a huge move. That's a 234% run up in the morning, right? We can clearly see that's a huge run up, and now we need to see it obviously pull back, which it is, falling back to a falling wedge, which is exactly what we want. Holding VWAP, expecting this to break out soon in my opinion. So VWAP, if it's above VWAP, we expect it to pull back to VWAP, use it as support. We can clearly see it's held as support, so what we can do is we can just put 965 here. We can put this as an area of support, or we can just move it to 970 if you want to get accurate. So the reason why I have 970 is simply because it's pulled back here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Okay, 6 areas of support here. This is a pretty solid area. Falling wedge, another confluence is that it's holding VWAP. So in my opinion, this should break above. If it doesn't break above, it's going to come down really hard. But since it did have a run up, it always does pull back a little bit and then probably going to break out on this one. So yeah, this one looks very good. So this should be on your watch list as well. So you can put this SPRC probably top watch, and then AXLA on that one as well. So this looks like a good entry here if you were to take this trade. Pixie, this was a runner yesterday, ran 88%. For me, all I'm doing is just waiting for 150. It's a big psychological level, right? So all I can do is just simply mark this here. If it breaks 150, great, I'll look for an entry. So I wanted to break above this like this, break above here, retest, push to the upside, right? So that's what I'm looking for on Pixie. I'm not going to be entering the trade now. Why? Because it's in a downtrend. Every time it's come to this downtrend, it's rejected it, right? So hopefully if it comes down here, maybe it will be a possible entry. But in my opinion, a safe entry is to break above 150, hold that level, and then you can look for a possible entry on this trade. So keep an eye on this. This does look very good. LRE, 630 is what I'm waiting for on this. So just mark 630. We can clearly see since yesterday, right? Or even on the 28th of last month, we can see it's pretty bullish, right? Steady uptrend. So what do we expect to happen? Simply rejection here, pullback, rejection, rejection, break above, and push to the upside, right? You can, if you want to get technical, you can say this isn't a ascending triangle, right? For those who don't know what an ascending triangle is, it's a bullish chart pattern, right? Meaning that we expect price to break above this, okay? So if you guys don't understand what a bullish chart pattern is, or an ascending triangle, type it in on Google and you will find it over there. Guys, we do have, yes, the free trials is still there. I'm having it open for another hour just before, well, just a market open. I'm closing the trial. We won't have them anytime soon. Probably next year will be the next time we have them. So highly recommend you guys to use it to whatever you want to use it, because it's for 3 days. You do not get charged on it. Yes, you have to sign up for it, obviously. You will only get charged right after the 3 days. If you cancel before the 3 days, you will not get charged, right? So if you want to try today and cancel today, then you can do that. If you want to stay on, you can do that. So it's free to do it. I highly recommend to do it. You will learn a lot in there if you want to trade how I trade. Pixie, what's happening here? So look at Pixie, right? We're looking on a larger time frame. I'm actually liking the setup now. We can see it's setting up for a falling wedge. You guys know, people in the Discord know this, right? This is my favorite setup. You guys know this from Twitter. I post this almost every single time, every single day. And every single time I post it, it usually breaks out, right? So this looks like a very good setup. I wouldn't be entering this trade now because I don't like entering trades during pre-market. But I do expect this to break above, retest, break above here, and push to the upside, right? So this is Pixie. This is a bullish setup. This is my favorite setup. So I do expect this one to break above. So Pixie looks fantastic. So if we're looking at Pixie here, expecting breakouts on Pixie here. SPRC is ripping. Let me have a look here. SPRC. Yeah, SPRC is crazy. So now you can obviously see there's momentum, right? Where is it going to pull back? Usually it'll pull back to VWAP, okay? So we'll go on the 1 minute now. All we can do is just wait for it to see if it pulls back to VWAP. If it doesn't, it'll probably pull back to the $6 psychological level. If it doesn't hold that, it'll come down to this 535 level next. So 535 is your next level. You can have this as your solid area of support, right? This level here. So this rejects all the way, right, for pre-market into open. You expect it to pull back to here and then hopefully, right, hold this level and then push to the upside. Right now, you can clearly see what's happening. There's a big rejection here at 760. Okay, we can see that's in a downtrend. You can say maybe it's in a falling wedge, but for me, it doesn't have enough touches at the bottom of support, so I would reject that. You want it to see if it holds here and look for an entry possible. Barry, so it just really depends. I use the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute. I don't really go higher than that since I am a day trader, but I use it 5 minute mostly for my entries. I use 5 minute, 1 minute for my entries. So it just really depends. If the market's not great, I use a larger time frame. The reason is because if the market's not really doing too much, then obviously I want to wait for more confirmation. So I'll just use a larger time frame, but usually I just use the 5 minute. It just depends. Like people ask what's better. There's no time frame that's better. It's what suits your strategy and what suits you, right? So 5 minute is not better than a 1 minute, right? But technically speaking, a larger time frame is better because it has more confirmation. That's all. ASTI. ASTI. ASTI is alright. It's actually moving right now. Let me have a look. Did ASTI get news or something, or what's going on? So just all you can do is here, just go to the 1 hour and just mark this level so you can see 190 or 185 actually. So 185 here, resistance, right? And then you can do this level here. So $2, right? This is your big psychological level here. There's $2. So this level here, $2. This is the level you wanted to break. You wanted to break this 185 on this. So here's your level on this chart here. Let me just remove VWAP and see what happens on this chart here. And then simply just area support is this over here. So I'll put 165 here just because I've got more touches. Orange. So here you can just see what's happening, right? I mean, if we're using this, pretty much it's a breakout, right? But obviously we can see ever since it's come to this 185, it's rejected it. Wait for it to break above, retest, and push to the upside on this. I'll just post this on Twitter for you guys to see. So this one, just watch for that 185 break. ASTA, watch for 185 break. When there's a break on the wedge, where do you enter? I personally enter within the falling wedge. Some people like to play the breakout. I like to trade within it. The reason is because let me tell you what. The reason is because it's a bullish chart pattern. I get in because I expect it to break out, right, of it. Yes, sometimes I do get stopped out of it when I am in the trade, but it's only because I have a tight stop loss and it can come below the wedge, right? So for instance, if I entered here, right, I expected to obviously respect this, but it can obviously wick below, which we can get stopped out on, which happened yesterday twice, right? But I got in the trade back in again because I trusted it and it ran after that, right? So it was nothing wrong with the setup. The setup was perfectly fine. The only issue was it's just a tight stop loss. For me, I like to have a 3% stop loss because I like to manage my risk well, right? Because if it does usually break below that, it's normally finished, but I'm not willing to risk more than 3%. If you want to have a larger stop loss, you're more than welcome to. But in terms of the wedge, 1 minute, 5 minute, the setup is still the same. You can have a falling wedge on any time frame. The larger the time frame, the better. The reason is because you have more confirmation. If you have it on the 1 minute, there's not much confirmation, right? You're just basing it off 1 minute chart. If you have it on the 5 minute, there's more confirmation, and that's when you do probably expect it to break out as well. That's all. So 1 minute, 5 minute, it just depends if there's a falling wedge on the 1 minute or 5 minute. That's all. So I would focus more on using the 5 minute. Damn, ASTI. This thing's gone insane. This just broke out of it. So AXLO, this one's still going. Still holding above VWAP here from what I can see. Yes, the free trial is still open. Yes, I will retweet it. Let me have a look and see what else is moving. So we can see, so look here, right? Bamboo, look, right? This is on a 5 minute falling wedge. So that just means that there's 3 confluences here. It's above VWAP, falling wedge, right? And it's holding support. So I expect this to break above. You could have this on the 5 minute. There might be a falling wedge on the 1 minute as well, right? So like here, for instance, you could have it like this, right? There's a falling wedge like that, which it broke out of. So it just depends. There's no preference of the time frame. Like I mentioned, the larger time frame, the better. That's all. So you can have it on the 1 minute and enter. I would do the same as I do on the 1 minute or 5 minute, but ideally you want a 5 minute falling wedge. That's it. 5 minute and above, right? 985. Guys, post some more tickers and I'll do some, because I'm going to be here for probably like 5 more minutes. And then for all the new members that have joined for the free trial, I'm going to do a Zoom call or Google Meets, and I'll run you guys through the Discord and how it works, and then we'll get started for the day. So like I said, I will keep mentioning it. It'll probably get annoying, but you guys keep asking for these free trials and we've given it, so take advantage of it. It's on my Twitter. I will post the link here as well if you guys want to join. It's free to join. You'll only get charged after the 3 days. You can cancel before without any charge. So once it breaks out of, I can't see. Hold up. So yeah, look, so when it's in this falling wedge, like right now you can enter the trade, right? The reason why I wouldn't enter the trade now is just because it's pre-market. That's the only reason, right? You can see it's exactly what you want. Falling wedge, you expect this to break out. I would enter here right now, and then my first target is my 3%, that's all. So 3%, and then I would move my stop loss up. That's all. So 3% first target, 3% stop loss. That's all. Look what happened to SBRC, right? What did I say? Pull back to VWAP. What did it do? So if you got it 625, it went to 665. There's your 3% right there. So well done if anyone did grab that. I know some of you probably didn't watch it, but you can clearly see that VWAP acts as an area of support. It doesn't always mean just because the support's going to run another 100%, right? I don't know how much more it's going to run, but for me, I like to take 3% as my first target. That's all. I'm not looking for 100%. If it gets to 100%, great, but it's unrealistic. Even 10, 20% is unrealistic, right? So I'm happy with 3 to 5%. My stop loss is 3%, that's all. So this one is still respecting it, right? We're still respecting. So there's probably going to be a big move coming on this trade here. Pixie, what's happening with this? Falling wedge on this one as well. So this does still look good. Like I said, this one you need 150 on this. Damn, Femi, this was annoying. I'm still going to watch Femi. So look here, guys. I think that this is going to run. Why do I think Femi's going to run, right? I'm not talking about any MACD crossover, no VWAP, none of that, right? Get this chart clean, and you can see clearly on the price action. Look at this chart, right, from 2 days ago, right, or yesterday. Look what's happened. What has happened, right? Here is an area of support. We can see that since yesterday, it's held this level, okay? That means that this is a solid area of support. So I now expect this to break above to the upside. If this was to break down, it would have broken down already and probably come down to the next area of support, 280. The fact that it's holding the support level is a very, very, very good sign, right? So now I expect this to break above, probably break $4 and then push to the upside on this. That's what I expect on this trade. Yeah, so Bamboo, this is another strategy. Remember the VWAP? So look, you can see here what's happened, right? There's the run up, there's the pullback to VWAP. You can enter right here, right? So it's held this area support. There's your entry candle. Take your 3%. That's it, right? So there's one strategy and the other one's the falling wedge. So there's two there, right, for you. So if it's above VWAP, you use it as support. If it's below VWAP, it's resistance on that one. ICU, is ICU gone nuts? Yeah, this thing's going, it's going. Yeah, it's going. This looks very solid for those who like the sub $1. It looks very, very good. Yeah, this looks great. Wow. How many of you guys are in this thing? Let's get this 4-hour chart up here. There we go. Yeah, it's breaking out now, right? So this looks great. I'll just post this for you guys. Congrats if you guys are in this. I like to see you guys making a lot of money. No problem, Bamboo. So look, okay guys, I'm gonna head into Discord because we got quite a few members and I need to just run through the Discord with them. So I'll go through my quick watch list and then I've got to head out here. So ASTI is on my watch list, right? It's breaking out right now as we speak, as we expected. Why do we expect it? Because it's clearly in a falling wedge, right? So look here, this is a falling wedge. There's a breakout. Now it's broken above 185. Here's the next push to the upside, right? Next level is $2. SPRC, this looks like probably the best play into open, right? Look what's happened since that VWAP that I mentioned. We can clearly see that it's held VWAP, okay? Here's your bullish engulfing candle if this closes and you expect this to reverse and break the downtrend. AXLO, what's going to happen here? We're still waiting. It's on VWAP right now. This needs to see what happens on this one. Pixie, this is a former runner. It ran 88% yesterday. Falling wedge. This is a bullish chart pattern. I expect this to break above. Femi, I expect this one to run. It's holding and respecting 332 very, very well. That's a very strong area of support. So I expect this to run. Just needs to get above VWAP. RNLX, this one's all right. There's not much volume on it. And LRE, just 630 on this level. All right. So I'm going to post the link again, guys. Like I said, I'm going to head into Discord now. There is a free trial if you want to join the Discord. It is free to join the Discord. You'll only get charged the $60 if you don't cancel after the 3 days or before the 3 days, sorry. So take advantage of it. Most of you guys follow me on Twitter. For those who don't, you can follow me on Twitter. It's Tigerline Trading. And if you guys can do me a favor, if you can please like up the stream and then subscribe if you haven't, I would really appreciate it. I'm going to close the free trial in about 5 minutes, so take advantage of it. I hope to see you guys in the Discord. I'm going to run through the Discord with all the new members now. So if you want to join, I recommend joining now, and I'll catch you guys in there. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.